Information that a 7-story building has collapsed in Huruma. Our reporter Kevin Mutai is actually on ground and he joins us on phone. Kevin, what more can you tell us? Kevin, if you can hear me, what more can you tell us? We have information that a 7-story building has collapsed in Huruma where you are right now.
Yes, Trevor, I just can hear you. Actually, it's a 6-story building we just got here, and rescue operations are already underway. Residents are grabbing all they can. The building just collapsed all the way from 6th floor, and all the people that are believed to be were inside actually buried in the rumbles. So far, they've rescued 5 people, two infants and 3 adults. And the guys from City Council, the firemen are here, the police are here, helping with the rescue operations. Actually, so far, that is what we have, Trevor. We're trying to gather more information. The place is full of people. I think the entire neighborhood is out here trying to assist in, trying to remove the rumbles from the collapsed building.
Kevin, do we have an estimate of how many people were at the building at the time?
Actually, that information cannot be, it has not been released because there is no actual, they cannot be able to tell actually the people that were inside the building at the time before the building collapsed. So we are still waiting for more information.
Kevin, could you give us a bit more information as to what type of building was it? Was it an apartment block? Was it a business block? What sort of building is it?
It is a residential building, Yvonne.
A residential building?
It is, yeah.
And as far as rescue operations, who's there right now? Is it the police? Do we have the Red Cross? Who exactly is there right now?
Sorry, I can't get you clearly. The place.
As far as rescue operation is concerned, who do we have there right now? Do we have the police?
We have police, we have firemen, and local residents that are trying to help out to move people from the buried from the rumbles, actually.
Kevin, just give us a sense of what you're seeing right now. Kindly describe to us what you're seeing on the ground right now. Has the place been cordoned off? Are the people helping in the rescue? What's going on there at this particular time?
As we can hear, Trevor, because of the sirens, the police vehicle trying to clear residents. They are blocking the way. There's no way that there's no true way where cars or ambulances can pass to provide medical services. So actually, what police are trying to do now is clear the way for the ambulance, with the firemen to have their way into to access the building.
Okay, thank you very much, Kevin. We'll be back with Kevin Mutai in just a bit. So far, what he's told us that a 6-story building came down and about 5 people have been rescued so far, 2 infants and 3 adults. We are still trying to gather more information to get a sense of exactly what happened there. But like our reporter Kevin Mutai was on the ground just mentioned, it's a 6-story building that came down. The place has been cordoned off. Rescue operations are going on. So far, 5 people have been rescued. We do not have a sense of how many people were in the building at the time, but we'll definitely give you more details on that story as and when we receive them.
Right, let's take a break now on NTV Weekend Edition. When we come back, Edmund will have the sports for us. Thanks, Edmund. As we mentioned earlier on, a 6-story building, that's a residential building in Huruma, has collapsed. So far, what we know, 5 people have been rescued out of this building, inclusive of infants. Being a residential building, it was packed full of families who had retired. They'd gone to bed for the night, and scores are feared to still be trapped within the building. We know that rescue operations have begun. Our reporter Kevin Mutai is there to give us a bit more information. Kevin, what new information can you give us at this point in time?
The 6th person has just been rescued from the rumble, and what I can understand is that the security personnel on the ground are asking for more backup because the residents here are becoming more, the numbers are turning to becoming more huge and huge in a way that even the medical personnel themselves cannot even be able to access the building. All the ambulances are locked out from the grid, and they cannot be able to access the place or the building that just collapsed.
Kevin, you said that the ambulances cannot access the building. Is this because there are too many people on the way, or what is the terrain like right there?
Sorry, Trevor.
How does the road look like to Huruma, where you've just mentioned that the ambulances cannot access the place? Is it because they're being blocked by the many people, or is it the terrain that's really bad?
The road is okay, Trevor, but the problem is the residents here. They're blocking the way. They cannot allow the ambulances or police cars to pass through. Actually, they are huge in numbers, actually. Because actually, the entire place has this residential building parked in numbers. So you can imagine the entire neighborhood. All the people are out, on the road. So actually, that is what is making it hard for police or medical personnel to access the building. Actually, the last person that I've just seen being rescued from the rumbles were literally being carried by residents because the ambulances or medical personnel cannot get to the building.
Kevin, you mentioned new security personnel were coming into the area. Can you give us some more information on this?
About what?
You mentioned earlier on that new security personnel were coming into the area.
Yeah, actually, I just overheard, I think, the one who's in charge of the operation calling for more backup. Because actually, he just said that the security personnel on the ground cannot manage to move out the number of people that actually, what they've actually done. If you can imagine the pictures now that I can see, they're on top actually of the collapsed building, trying to view from the upper side, from the top. So these people have actually gone, they've climbed from the collapsed building itself. So you can imagine all the people buried under the rumbles cannot even be, the rumbles themselves cannot even be moved out because the people are still on the top of the building.
Kevin, what are the people around there saying? What are the witnesses saying? What did they hear? What happened?
I'm sorry, sir, the place is so noisy, I can't even get you clearly.
Kevin, we understand you're a noisy place, but what are the witnesses saying? Have you managed to talk to anybody around?
No one can talk at the moment. No one can talk at the moment. Everybody seems confused and the place, everybody's moving up and down. So I cannot be able to talk to anyone at the moment.
All right.
Right. Our reporter Kevin Mutai there joining us live. He is in Huruma at the site where a 6-story building has collapsed. So far, we know 5 people have been rescued, inclusive of infants, but scores are feared to be trapped within the building. It was a residential building. People had retired for the night to go to sleep before the building came down. Do stay tuned for our subsequent bulletins. That's from tomorrow AM Live. We'll have a lot more information